Welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Chamberlain, the Air Force guy, RV extraordinaire here at Southland RV, Richmond Hill, Georgia. Today, going to be showing you the Imagine. This is the 2920 BS, standing for bunk with a slide out. Wait till you see this, or bed slide. It might be either one, but you'll see when we get inside. But for more information on this camper or any others, just reach out to me. Contact information down below. Phone number right there as well. But if this is your first time watching, please do subscribe, and everybody like, comment, and share this video. So let's get on to this. Now, starting up front here on the front molded cap, you're going to notice it has the LED light strips. Of course, 20-pound tanks. I like the 20-pound tanks. Makes it a lot easier for you to get replacements in the event of emergency. Power tongue jack. Plenty of room for 2 different batteries if you decide you want extra battery there. Now, I think one thing you're going to really enjoy is the size of this awning. It is covering both doors. You see the LED light strip up there. Don't get too excited about that. When the bugs are out, you're not going to be using it much. Otherwise, they'll be coming in your camper as well. Now, up in the middle here, because it is such a long awning, you can see they have the center awning support. That is something I recommend on these long awnings, due to the fact that as they go down the road, it bounces, and that's when you see people with awnings that are kind of sloped in the middle. It's almost kind of like a U-shaped awning. So keep that in mind. Also on your door side, no need to go ahead and bring your Blackstone griddle, because they brought you the Capital griddle. It's right here, and you have storage there with the light outlet. And then this is like a little shield to keep grease from going up in that area, which is kind of nice. And then they have little locks on the side to lock it, so you're not going to be pushing it back inside. You literally have got to unlock it on both sides, make sure that is down in order to push it back in. And then, of course, you lock it back down again, and you're able to close the door. Notice the door is also magnetically held in place. Makes it nice and easy to put away. We'll explain what these 2 doors are here once we get going inside. Now, on this side also, you got a sprayer port in the event you need to spray off some things. Cable, 110 connection. So if you want to put a TV out here, you can use local TV or the cable. Or if you want, you can just use your regular little apps that are on your TV. Now, the storage in these are awesome. And they're slam latch doors, and I like the fact, you see how easy it is for me to open it up. Notice the thickness on that door. It wasn't like the door for the for where you had the cooktop. And then inside here, you can see we have the nice light strip going all the way across. Benefit there, instead of having a light on both sides, is you have consistent light all the way across your storage. Notice how they put the nice rubber mat, keep things from sliding around. 110 outlet on this side. Let's get on the other side and show you what they have there. Now, by the way, I'll have all the specs down below the video, so just check that out if you need to. Now, on this side, this is where you'll be hooking up your water and so forth. Something I highly recommend you get yourself to put in this area is some brass wool. You don't want those critters coming in your camper. Do not get a 90, because a 90 is going to go like straight across that way or straight down here, which is going to be a problem. Get yourself a 45, at least it'll come out a little bit, make it easier for you to hook your hose up there. 110 outlet on this side as well. Of course, while you're hooked here, you can go ahead and you're on city water, or you can have it on tank fill, so you can fill your fresh water tank. You can also fill your fresh water tank on this one right here. Now, what that's telling you is the fresh water tank is right up front here, so it's going to add a lot to your tongue weight. Now, here's your dump valve right there. Makes it real easy. So you see how it's like a drop frame. Now, back up here, just to show you, if you're hooking up cable, satellite, and then I like the change that they've made as far as with the battery disconnect. So you have a battery disconnect for your battery, then you have solar disconnect. They're saying battery disconnect, but it's a solar disconnect and a battery disconnect. Now, why would you want to have both? As you tow down the road, you want the disconnect on, So that way there, you're charging your battery with your vehicle. When you're storing it and you're not hooked up to any power, you can shut your battery disconnect off, which will shut off the lights, shut off all the 12-volt power, turn your solar power on. So that way there, the solar panel is charging your battery slightly for you while it's not in use. Now it does come already set up for the TireLink tire pressure monitoring system. Just got to get that system and you're good to go. They have the manual style jacks, not the electric jacks. Folks, I tell you, these are a much better jack, in my opinion, than an electric jack. And here's the reason why. If you ever break one of these, if maybe road debris hits this, you can see it's 4 bolts and it comes off. You get the ones that are electric, heaven forbid you damage one of those. If they're connected together, that's like a $1,500 problem. But I can guarantee you I can put down these 4 quicker than somebody could put down the electric jacks on theirs. And they're stabilizers, they're not leveler systems. Here is your sewer hose storage. I would never recommend you put it in the back bumper. So that is right there. And as we move back, of course, you see the Furrion. You have your continuous water heater. Down here, your low point drains. This is a dump here for this is going to be for the kitchen sink. So just gray water here. And then as you move to the back, this is where you're going to have, because this is where the bathroom's going to be. Notice how we have the light here, which is nice. It's nice and bright. You're going to actually be able to see what you're doing back here. Black tank flush. But this is where you're going to have your black and gray tank for the shower, toilet, and the bathroom sink. Now let's talk a little bit about what's on the back here. So you have, this one is already wired and framed for that Furrion rear observation camera. Don't ever settle for a backup camera, because that's all it's going to give you is images or the video behind you when you're backing up. The rear observation camera will give you that, as well as giving you the ability to see what's behind your camper as you're going down the road. This does have a hitch receiver on it. Benefit there, you go ahead and put a mother-in-law seat back here, some bicycles, so forth. And this is rated at 300 pounds. So keep that in mind when you're putting something on here. And then your 50 amp connection is on the back side of your camper. Now you do have a ladder so you can get up on the roof. Let me show you what the roof looks like. So just to give you an idea what's on your roof, you have your 2 air conditioners on this particular one. I'm over the master bedroom here. That's the vent for the, this is the vent for the bathroom. This is your black tank vent, your gray tank vent, and then another gray tank vent up front there. And of course, this big round thing right there, that's your Winegard Air 360. That is your TV antenna. There is a button on the inside to turn it on and off. And there's your 180 watt solar panel. So this is what the roof looks like. It is a full walkable roof. Now, something you're going to notice on this particular camper is that for the main door, you're going to have the step above. And on the back, you'd have your standard aluminum ones. I'm going to go over that one in a minute. Now, just something I want you to understand about this one. They've done a couple things. They've made a change a few years back to make it for those people that might be storing these things and you're parked too close to somebody, you can't get in the camper because you can't put the steps out. So what they've done is they've have these, you pull these pins and then you take the steps out. Trust me, it's going to be a little difficult putting that pin back in there. Now, some things to consider with these. Understand that when you're putting these away, chances are you might not have gotten all of the water out of it. I would highly recommend that you seal over top of these screw holes. Lay a towel there while you're towing it home. When you get home, get that towel out of there to make sure that you don't have moisture sitting there. When you're putting these doors away, do not slam them up in there. Make sure that these things are adjusted wide enough to cover these, because the last thing you want to do is have one of these go past this part here. So be very careful when you do that. Now, the nice thing is when you're putting these out that they have the controls here as far as for extending the legs and retracting them. So it does lock in place once you close the door is sitting up against here. So to pull it out, you're just going to go ahead and unhook there. And you can see it's pretty easy to go ahead and do this one-handed. Now, for those of you that might not like the fact that you don't have that back here, if you wanted to, you want to have some type of a solid type step. And what I mean by that is that where they have the legs on the ground, torque lift steps fit right in that hole. You can take these steps out and put them right in there. So let's get inside and take a look at what we've got going on in here. Okay, let's get on inside here. So as you come in, there's a nice little night light there, so you'll be able to actually see what's on the floor. Little cubby for your shoes if you want to kick some things off there. Maybe you have a little dog, might want to have that as this little bed area. But this is what it looks like initially. What are your thoughts? So let's take a look at this bunk room up in the front. Nice thing is, pocket doors here, you do not have doors that are going to be in your way when they're open. Both of these bunks, and they got a little handle to help them get up the ladder there, handle to grab. Little 12-volt 110 outlets back there. Window on both sides. You can see there's a nice light back there and a window on both sides here. So now the bunk sizes, they're both 75.5 inches in length. So a little over 6 feet. But now the top bunk is only 40 inches from here to the wall. The bottom bunk's a little bit deeper. That's 52 inches. And of course, then they also have, there's a heater duct, there's AC duct in here, 2 drawers like that, and then of course a nice little hanging closet. Now they've got a couple different lights in here, so this light switch is going to cut off that one, but see, then they have their own light there, as well as their own light down in the back there. So that is the bunk room. Let's talk about the kitchen. Of course, you can see the fire extinguisher. For the counter, you got the countertop extension that's right there. Got your little phone charger there. See, it's 2 USB ports. You push it down, 110 outlet. Notice the outlets are down on the bottom. I like how they've done the back here. It's going to be easier to clean and so forth. High-rise faucet with the pull down. And of course this, if you want, the cool thing with this, you could cut off the rubber thing and just have it where it's on half. You don't have to keep it all this length. And look at how deep that is. Nice, good, deep sink there. And of course you got plenty of storage. Let me just kind of give you an idea what storage you've got here. And then a little cubby there. And look at how deep that, oh well, deep meaning how far back it goes. As well as the cabinet doors up above. So is that enough storage for you in the kitchen area? Well, of course you do have one other one here, and that would be your pots and pans drawer. Now moving over to your cooking area, of course you have your microwave. This has a light as well as a fan, so you can do one or the other. Your light's on the front here, and notice how it turns red. So if you accidentally left it on, you're going to know that before you smell the LP. You've got the oven. Make sure you get yourself some stoneware, put it there. Your oven will work much more efficiently. The 12-volt Furrion refrigerator, same exact one that I've got here. Works very, very well. You've got recliners in here. They're manual. And of course, then you have a little, you got a little heat, a little vibration, and of course there's a light, but we're not plugged into 110, so they're not going to work. But it is a manual recliner. A little place for you to put your remotes and so forth. USB port. The blackout shades, individual lights above. And then of course, you're probably going to want to have a pantry, right? And look what they give you. Nice, big pantry area. Look at how much room is in there. Now, of course, you're going to have additional storage down underneath the bunk. Underneath your dinette there. And then, of course, that makes a bed. Now, the beauty of that table is the table is movable. So if you want to take it outside, you can do that. You can move it away so somebody can sit on the inside. Somebody can sit over here. So if you're having game night, gives you a little bit of room to do that. And of course, on the bottom, see 110 USB and USB here. Now let me show you how this table stuff works. So this is what it looks like with the table out. Now all you do is, if you're going to make this a bed, you've got to get the ottoman out of there. For travel, you can see they have the hooks in the floor. You're able to tie it down there. But now let's say you want to have a game night. Well, obviously that's not enough room to sit, right? So what you can do is, this is just an ottoman. You can pull it out some, okay, or you pull it all the way out if you wanted to. But see, now, let's say you have 4 people, you want to go ahead and play cards. And you know, you always have that cheater in the family. So you're able to put this back there as such, let them sit back there, and put a chair out here in the aisle. Now, in the event that you were going to go ahead and make this a bed, let me show you how that works. So now this is what it looks like with all the cushions off. Under this one, you do not have any way to store anything, because that's where the furnace is, and that's how you can tell there. Okay, you can take the screws out so you can access that, but it's not meant for storage. This side, you're going to have room for some storage, but you can also see that they've run some lines and so forth down through the floor. This is the area that you get to from back as you come in the door. So just keep that in mind. That's under there. Now let me show you how this works for the bed. Now, in order to go ahead and break this table down, and I break it down, just fold it down, it's very simple. You're going to want to put your feet on the feet that are on the bottom here, and then there's a button right under here that's yellow. Just unclick it, you'll hear that, and it goes right on down. Now, when you're ready to put it back as a table, again, put your feet on the feet, and it comes right back up, and you'll hear it click in place, and now you're ready to go. But let me show you how it fits in the hole there, and how you're going to go ahead and make this a bed. So you see, you just fold it down, it's on its own legs, and it's in place. Now we just got to put the cushions in there. So there you have it as a bed. Now I like putting the bigger cushions to the middle. Trust me, if you ever slept on one, you'll know why. It's just more comfortable. But that is 43 inches from the wall this direction, and 71 inches tip to tip there. Lots of flexibility here. Nice thing with that ottoman, so you can have that as like an extension. That could be kind of like a nightstand, because you can set your phone on there, or phones, and then of course, you know, you get your charging ports right underneath there. So what do you think of that being as a bed? I think you'll like the recliners being directly across from the TV. So this is kind of what it would look like if you were sitting here. Now let's get into the bathroom. Nice thing, this is a walk-through bath. I know a lot of people just don't like walk-through baths, but let me explain the benefit to you. Look at all the floor space, because we don't have a hallway going down here. It is the width of the trailer. Now the benefit to you, you've got company, no big deal. All you do, you close this door. Notice how they already put a towel holder right there for you. Now you're totally in total privacy. You're able to put the towel on the floor, throw your clothes on the bed. Now, obviously, you're not going to have your blinds open in the bedroom when you're doing this, but you've got your shower right here. Now, if you don't like this door, not a big deal. Just put a little spring bar inside here, put your shower curtain in there. You could even put another spring bar on the outside, put a nice decorative shower curtain there. I like the fact that they've changed this. Years ago, they used to have this part coming out the top, and that creates an issue if you want to go ahead and put this down here, or you want to rinse out your toilet, because they had something in the wall holding it in that space. And that's because it had to be held up, otherwise the hose would kink. Be sure to check out this specially imported Italian tile in the shower when you check out the Imagine. They do a phenomenal job. I don't know who the importer is on that, but they do a nice job. Porcelain toilet. You have a heat duct there. And take a look. You have a nice counter space here. High-rise faucet. Little shelves there. And then, of course, you also have the little medicine cabinet. Now, it does come with the toilet paper holder. They do not install it. A lot of people don't. They'll put it on a pedestal or something. But that way there, you can decide if in fact you want that put somewhere and where. Lastly, you have the bedroom with the slide. Now, one thing I did not show you on the outside was under the bed on the outside, you do have storage as well. Storage up above there. Of course, everybody knows you have storage under the bed. Now, you see how easy that was for me to lift it up? That's not going to be the case in the event that you switch mattresses and you get a heavier mattress. And then this thing can just slide side to side if you wish. Now, this is an actual residential queen bed, meaning that you can go ahead and use regular residential sheets and so forth on it. So you have little holders back here. You can see with 12 volt, you have a little shelf right there on both sides with 12 volt. And then there's a 110 outlet on the back wall there with a little shelf. You can put a TV over here if you wanted to. They didn't put a mount on the wall for you though. Another little 12 volt here. Nice deep cabinets for you to hang things if you wish. And then of course you have 6 of these drawers. So this is the master bedroom, and you do have your own air conditioning unit here in the bedroom with its own dump if you want to just have the air coming here. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 2920BS Imagined by Grand Design. What do you think of the layout? Like I say, all the specs and everything will be down below. Pricing is not going to be down there because if you want the best price in this, you've got to call me. I can't advertise my best price. But I appreciate you watching. If there's another camper that you would like me to go ahead and preview for you, let me know. Check our website out. I'll have that link down below as well. And I'm more than happy to do a preview of any of the other campers that we have on our lot. Appreciate you watching. Please do like. Let me know what you're thinking. Tell me what you think about this floor plan. Would this be something that works for you? Do you know anybody that would want it? So keep me in mind in the event that you're in the market for an RV. Thanks again, and I'll be back soon.